Happy Thursday to everybody. Welcome to my midweek live. It's technically not the middle of the week, but it's fine. Thursday's just as good. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here, whether you are here for the live or if you are here for the replay. Thank you so much for being here. So I have a fresh cup of coffee in tow. Who do we have? We have Karen and Valerie and Jackie. Hello to you. I just thought of something. Perhaps I need to put the live onto the iMac so I can see. I have the camera on right now and I can't really see much of anything. Hello, Joyce and Cindy. Welcome in. Just give me one moment to pull the live up. Let me just make sure my volume is muted. There we go. Perfect. Hello, Helen and Gail. Thank you so much for being here. This is the midweek live. That's typically not, well, it's technically not the middle of the week, but that's okay. Hello, Connie and Leona. And DiVatino, hello to you. Let me refresh this because I cannot see the chat. It says it's disabled for some reason. Maybe I just need to refresh. Hello, Linda. And let's see, Penny, hello to you. Thank you so much for being here. Super, super hot. I went ahead. Okay, the chat is up. Perfect. Hello, Michelle and Samantha. Hello to you. And hi, Pen. You know what I do? I make a fresh pot of coffee. I pour it, I make it, and then I put it in the microwave to make it extra, extra hot. Hello, Kimberly and Robin. Hello to you. Thank you so much for being here. Totally Not There. I love that name. Hello to you. Totally Not There. So, so good. Hi, Snowy Cat. Welcome in. And Jackie and Susan K and Colleen. Hello to you. Hi, Val. Welcome in. And Eva. Hello. Long time no see. I'm super glad to see you here. Hello, Pamela. Happy Thursday to you. Okay, I need a sip of this wonderful coffee. I have the mic far enough away so that you should not be able to hear me sip or drink. If you do, I apologize. Hello, Adele. Good to see you as well. Thank you so much, and I love all the emojis. So let me see. Tons of things, as always, to talk about and all the things. So typically, I would be recording my podcast, but I think from now on, I'm going to do my midweek lives on Thursdays because for me, Thursday is my middle of the week. And so, yeah, the midweek live. So today is a very important day for us because this is the first midweek live of July, which means the Share and Misfit boxes for June are going to go up for this live. So if you're interested in the Share yarn or the Misfit yarn for the month of June, come back after this live is over and comment to tell us what you would do with the yarn. So if you're interested in the Misfit yarn, make sure to include that word Misfit in your comment so that the random comment picker knows that you are interested in the Misfit yarn. And if you're interested in the Share yarn, come back and tell us what you would make with the Share yarn, but use the word Share so that the random comment picker knows that you're interested in the Share yarn. Okay, so just be sure to do that. Now, just so that you guys know, like, what is what. So we had so much Misfit yarn for the month of June that I have to divide it into 2 boxes. So I'm going to pack those boxes as tight as I possibly can get them. But 2 Misfit boxes will be going up instead of 1 ginormous box. It's just too much. For postage and all the things. So I'm going to divide that in half and send that to you guys, to 2 lucky winners. And then for the Share yarn, we have, I believe, 2 as well. So in total, there are 4 boxes going up, 2 for the Shares, 2 for the Misfits. And like I said, I'm going to cram them as tight as I possibly can. And if I wind up with leftover yarns, well, I'm just going to pick another name. So I love that for you and for me and for us, right? So hello to everybody that I missed on the way in. So glad to see you guys here. And let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry, Julia. I hope you are feeling a little better. Sorry for your fall. Hi, Patsy. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. So I just noticed something. I let the cat out of the bag. Okay, so I was supposed to hold off on one of my finished objects for tomorrow's podcast, but I accidentally left one of my finished objects on the table. So you can kind of see what one of them is. So I guess I have to talk about it now. Yes, it's what Matt is wearing. So that's one of the finished objects. So that's called the bamboo bucket hat. And I made it with bamboo yarn. And so since I see it, I have to talk about it now. I'm still going to include it in the podcast episode because it is one of the makes of the week. So Matt is wearing my bamboo bucket hat. Hello, Fran. Welcome in. Bamboo bucket hat made with bamboo yarn. It's a very basic stitch, all double crochet. I didn't reinvent the wheel here. I made a bucket hat with double crochets and I used bamboo yarn. Very, very easy, fast, and fun. And again, 3 colors. Color A, B, C, and then I went to A. Super, super easy, fast, and fun. And I got to tell you, this bamboo yarn is so soft and squish. I'm going to tell you what yarn this is in just a moment. I'm going to try it on. I'm not a bucket hat person. I give off Gilligan vibes. If you know, you know. Gilligan's Island. So there it is. I'm not a bucket hat person, but yeah. This is my bucket hat. Definitely for Matt, not for me. Okay, so let me tell you the things. First, I got to put this back on Matt. All right, so here's the yarn. 3 skeins. I have tons left over, so it's not a yarn eater by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, all double crochets. The last round, I believe, is 2 rounds of single crochet. 2 rounds? Yeah, 2 rounds of single crochet. So simple, fast, fun, and easy. With it being the ongoings or the beginnings of summer, we want fast, fun, easy. We want all the things. So that's what I had in mind with that. It's so easy. Anyway, this is Loops and Threads Heathered Bamboo. And the colorway here for this one is called Butter. It's a beautiful, beautiful yellow. And this one here is called Papaya. And this one here is called Marine. I just thought these 3 colors together scream summer. And I thought, why not make a bamboo bucket hat? So that's the name of it. It's the bamboo bucket hat. All right. I did it in one sitting. It's really easy. I used a 6mm crochet hook, and you can use any yarn you want. So if you guys are interested in a very fast, fun, easy tutorial, make sure to sound off in the comments. I base tutorial ideas off of interest. So if there's interest, I'll do it. If there's no interest, no harm, no foul. We'll move on to something else. Okay. So just stay tuned for anything regarding that in the future. All right. Oh, can you wash and dry bamboo yarn? Very, very good question. Sorry about that. So let me talk to you about the specs. So you can wash this in cold and you can dry it. So this is machine washable and dryable. This is 53% acrylic, 47% bamboo. So this is not 100% pure bamboo yarn. This is a blend of acrylic. So there's that. Sorry about that. Yeah. So machine washable and dryable. And I believe Michaels has more colors than just this. I don't know how many colors they have, but they have a handful of different colors if you're interested in this yarn. So there's that. Okay. And am I missing any of the things? Hold on one second. Okay. So You have done one of the Taco Tuesday challenges, so you posted it on the community place of your channel. Thank you so much. And for the rest of you guys that are interested in that, feel free to use my community channel to post images, pictures of your likes. I absolutely love looking at all the wonderful things. It helps with inspiration for me, especially, you know, with me having all the projects on my hook. Sometimes seeing something from someone else inspires, you know, me to maybe create something else or pick up a new to me colorway that I haven't worked with before. So yeah, I really enjoy this. This was one of my makes from the past week. Think small. I used a 3mm crochet hook for this, if you haven't seen it, on the Tuesday. So every Tuesday we're doing a live, and it's Taco Tuesday with JTYA. Take a challenge on Tuesday with Juan the Yarn Addict. So that's the full run of it. Taco Tuesdays. Take a challenge on Tuesdays with Juan the Yarn Addict. And so for this past week, we picked 4. So we have the unconventional challenge. So if you have missed that, I'll just recap it to you guys really quick. Unconventional challenge. Pick something to crochet with that's not yarn. It could be ribbon, it could be clothesline, it could be extension cords, it could be anything you want. New bitty stripes with Christmas colors coming soon. Yay! So excited about that. Thank you so much for the super chat, Wendy. I really do appreciate that. The next one is a headband, and then a bucket hat, and then the Holly Jolly squares. And I had to double check. I pulled this out of the bag, and it says the Holly Jolly motif, but in your favorite colors. So you don't have to use the Christmas colors that I used. You can use your favorite colors. So I just wanted to reiterate that to you guys. If you are making my Holly Jolly square, I have a free written pattern. The link is on the channel. Also, the tutorial is linked as well. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check that out, okay? It's very easy. It's an 8-inch square, okay? Guten Abend, Vera. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, and then, yeah. So far, I have 3 of the 4 challenges completed already. The only thing that I have not done was my Holly Jolly square. Everything else I've already done, and I'm not including this. So, yeah, that doesn't count. Someone posted a pic of that square in neon. It's amazing. Absolutely. Right? 100%. Oh, amazing. So, so good. So we have just under, let me see here. Okay. Don't forget the thummies, guys. I would really appreciate that. It lets the algorithm know that you like this. Can we get it over 100, please? I would really appreciate that. So good. Okay. So I know there aren't that many people here, but that's okay. It is a holiday weekend here in the States. That being said, people will have to catch the replay to know that this is the live where you get to let us know if you're interested in the share yarn, if you're interested in the Misfit yarn. Just be sure to come back and tell us the things, okay? That being said, I do have a box here of yarn that was donated to the channel, and this box here was donated to us from Donna. So I have the box right here, but first what I want to do is actually, yeah, I have a box of yarn here that was sent to me as Happy Mail, and I wanted to share that with you guys, but I'm going to wait for that. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I have this box here. It says Share Misfit Box. This is from Donna. So we'll go ahead and do that. I just need to cut it open. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for being here, Joanne. Is it? Joanne, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate that. Let's see. My chat is not refreshing. Give me one moment. I'm going to refresh the chat so I can see what's going on. A lot of us came in late. Well, no, thank you so much for being here. Seriously. Really appreciate that. Of all the places you guys could be, you guys are here. I really do appreciate that. Jaxie, thank you so much for popping in here. I really do appreciate that. It's really tough doing these lives on a holiday weekend because everyone's out doing all the things and you don't know who's going to come up, who's going to be here. I'm still doing it anyway for those of you guys who need company. Hi, Dawn. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Ebony. Welcome in. Hi, Amy. Welcome in. Hi, Tyra. Thank you so much for being here. So glad to see all of you wonderful folks in here. Okay, so as I mentioned, I have Share Yarn here, Share Yarn, Misfit Yarn. And if this is the first time that you're here for this, okay, let me tell you guys a little bit about what this is. I think this is the 4th or 5th month, maybe longer, that we've been doing this. I take yarn that's donated to the channel from viewers, as well as yarn that I find at Goodwill, yarn that I have here in stash, and I share with you guys everything. And we collectively decide if the yarn is going to be a share yarn or if it's going to be a misfit yarn. So if the yarn comes out of the box like this, if it comes out like this, this is what I call misfit yarn. Now, all yarn is good yarn. But all yarn has a home. We put these kinds of yarns in a misfit box and people use them for various projects. Then we have the share yarn. So if we have yarn that comes to us like this is a share yarn. It's new yarn, it's unused, and if it is used, you can clearly tell that it hasn't really been touched. So we collectively decide which box that yarn goes in, and then at the end of every month, we collect all the yarns together and we figure out how many share boxes and misfit boxes go out to the viewers. So I share all of this with you guys. And so as I mentioned a few moments ago, for the month of June, we have 2 share boxes going out and 2 misfit boxes going out. And I have a feeling I may have more. I'm going to pack those boxes as tight as I can possibly get them. And if there's anything left over, I may draw an additional name for anything that's left over. Okay? I don't know what happened, but I was subscribed to you and I just had to resubscribe. I'm so sorry about that, Megan. And I'm glad that you resubscribed. I really do appreciate you. So good. Nope, Renee, you haven't missed anything. So glad that you're here. Let's see. Trust, I'm sure your racks look just fine. Oh, thank you guys so much for being here. Hi, Anna. Welcome in. Okay, so let's take a look at the yarn that was donated to us by Donna. And then I do have a box of Happy Mail yarn that I want to share with you guys because it's got some recipes in it I saw, and I want to share those with you guys as well. So if recipes are your thing, pattern books, then stick around and see the things. All right, so let's do this. So let's just go ahead and open this up. Crinkle Alert, I'm sorry. All right, let's just do this really quick. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, lots of goodies, guys. Let me bring this down here. Okay. It's filled to the brim with lots of yummy yarns, guys. And I could tell you right now, this is vintage yarn here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 skeins of the same yarn. Let's take a look and see what it is. This is called Yarns Brunswick. It's 100% pure virgin wool, Germantown knitting worsted. This is 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, approximately 220 yards, and it's hand washable and professional dry clean if preferred. The colorway name is called Granite Blue Rag. So it's a granite gray with blue rag. Absolutely beautiful. There's 10 skeins here. I'd be inclined to say that this is share yarn, not misfit yarn, because I'm very passionate about this vintage yarn, but it's up to you guys. This is your yarn that I'm sharing with you guys. Is this share yarn or is this Misfit yarn? This is pure wool. I'm seeing share. Okay, so in the share box it goes. All right, next. Wow, this is Latte Cakes. There's no label on this, but I know exactly what it is. So this is Latte Cakes in cream. It is so soft and squish. If you know, I've worked with the fuzzy yarn, the furry yarn, and I gotta tell you, it's really nice. It's missing a label. Is this a Misfit yarn or is this a share yarn? You guys have to tell me the things. Now, I would put this as a Misfit yarn because there's no label. We have no washing instructions or anything like that. But if you guys feel that it is a Misfit, I'll put it there. If it's a share, I'll put it there. It has no label, so there's no washing instructions. There's no hook suggestions. Enter at your own risk. Okay, so I'm seeing more Misfit than share. I kind of agree with you guys. This is definitely one where we're like, you know, we know the yarn, but we're not too sure. It's going to be a Misfit. So I'm going to keep the Misfit up top here. Next, we have some chat body yarn. I think this is a Lone Ranger here. And this here is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It's hand washable, lay flat to dry. And the colorway name is non-existent, but we're looking at a blue. Now, there's a little bit of a leakage situation happening. Are we still calling this a share yarn or are we calling this a Misfit yarn? You guys tell me, where are we going with this? I have a feeling it's more of a Misfit because it's a leaker, but it's an 80-20 mix. I would totally use this yarn in a heartbeat. Okay, I'm seeing more Misfits than shares. Yeah, so it's going to be a Misfit. Next, we have, ooh, this is nice. This is UK yarn. This is Stylecraft Braemar yarn. This is 100 grams, made in the UK and West Yorkshire. 55 wool, 45 acrylic. There are 3 skeins of this, skeins, and let me just show you the things so you know what you're getting yourselves into. Okay. Is this a Misfit or is this a share? It's a, I'm seeing more shares than Misfits. You guys are cool with a little bit of leakage? I'm doing this for record keeping because there might be somebody who emails me and says, Juan, this looks like Misfit yarn. Why is this in my share box? So for the record, are we doing shares or Misfits? Okay, I see share. All right. It's Stylecraft from the UK. So good. This is going to be a Misfit. I will tell you it's 100% wool. There is a bite to it. It's very bitey. 100% wool. It's crunchy. All right. So we have like a heathered green, almost like, I don't want to know. I mean, I don't know what to put in it. I don't know. Green. Misfit, green. Next, we have Patton's Classic Wool DK Superwash. The colorway is Denim Heather. This is such good yarn. This is a share. 100% share yarn right here. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful yarn. That's going to go down here to the share pile. We have Hirschner's Vintage Collection 2-ply Afghan yarn. This here is called Marble Gray. And you can tell, there you go, by the label. This is a beautiful share yarn. This is acrylic, 2-weight. It's a two-weight fine acrylic. Very nice. Next, we have some Iran knit. This is Sunbeam. And this is 100% pure wool. Wow. 100-gram skein. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 balls of this, 4 skeins. And, oh wow, this is so, so nice, guys. There's a little bit of leakage happening here, but it's 100% wool. hand wash, lay flat to dry. You got to use the wool wash and all the things. My screensaver went. Okay, so we're putting this in here. Okay. So we're going to put that down there. All right, next, this is going to have to be a Misfit. There's no label to this. It does feel amazing though, guys. It really does. So there are 2, 4, 6, 7 skeins of this. And I'm going to give you a close-up of one of these skeins so you can kind of see the color differentiation throughout that skein there. So you have bits and bobs of color, if you can see that. It's scattered throughout the skein. It's super, super nice. This is definitely not 100% acrylic. I feel like this is definitely one of those where it's a blend. So I'm going to put this here as the Misfits. And I do have to tell you guys, I have considered, because I see some of you guys saying a wool box. I do have to tell you guys, because of the shipping costs and the way that they're increasing them in the middle of the month, I think it's a lot easier and more cost effective to just say that if you're interested in these yarns, you have to be okay with the wool. I think it's just going to save me more money in the long run because I want to get as much yarn out as possible. Creating a separate box, you have to have enough of a certain kind of yarn in order to be able to ship that out. So I'm going to put it all together. It's not ideal, I know, but because of the cost, I'm going to have to put it all together. Okay, so if you're wanting in on this yarn, you have to be okay with wool. All right. So there's that. That's going to be Misfit. Here we have another yarn. I believe this here is 100% wool. It looks like organic Patagonia yarn, I think. Patagonia organic wool in ecru. Very, very nice. Definitely a Misfit yarn. Oh, wait a minute. We have another one here. This might be the same thing. It is. Okay, so I was totally wrong. This is Make DK. This is 100% natural wool. And the color is ecru. Very nice. This is a 50-gram donut, and they suggest a 3.75 to a 4 millimeter crochet hook or knitting needle. Very nice. So we have one really fresh, brand new donut and one that has been used. These need to go together, I feel. Should they go together in the Misfit box or should they go together in the share box? I mean, it's not fair to separate them because they're the same exact yarn. What are you guys saying here? So put them together in the share, or I see. Oh, okay. So just to be on the safe side, I will put this in the Misfit box. I don't want someone getting the share yarn and seeing this and being like, what is this really, you know? Okay. Next, we have another skein of the Hirschner's Vintage Collection in that denim colorway. So I'm going to put that down here. This is definite share yarn. So that's going to go down there. Next, we have some more of this vintage yarn here. So this here is, wow, this is vintage. It's 50-gram donut, and this here is pure virgin wool, natural colorway. This is super, super nice. Look at this. This one is a leaker, but I feel like all 5 should go together. What are you guys saying? This one here, I would normally try to fix, but I think what I'm going to do is literally just do one of these and tuck it underneath the label. Right? And then with a little bit of TLC, guys, these skeins are not bad. You know what I mean? So 5 skeins of pure virgin wool. Okay. That's going to go into the shares for July, by the way. This is all for July now. Last week we did Val's boxes, and I have them already in the other room. This is going to be added to those, okay? So next we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait, 2, for six skeins of Chunky Caramel by Bouquet. This is a vintage yarn, 50 gram. This is 20% wool, 20% mohair, 60% acrylic, and made by Spinrite in Canada. There is no year on this, but I can tell you based on the font, this is pretty old yarn. And let me just give you a close-up of the colorway. I'm surprised it's not burning my hands with all this pink and the purple together like that. But I'll let you guys decide. Do you guys want this to be vintage yarn or share yarn? You guys tell me what you guys want this to be. You know me, I'm going to call it Misfit yarn just because of the pink. Just because of the pink. So you guys want this to be share yarn or Misfit yarn? I'm looking at the comments. I see Misfits. Share. Okay. All right, I will put it in the share. Thank you guys so much for helping me with this. Because listen, I may make a poor decision, but having you guys help me saves me a lot of headache. Okay, the next thing we have in this box are 3 donuts of Alpaca Merino Super Soft Yarn, sweaterkits.com out of Canada. This is in Sharon, Ontario, Canada. And this is 50% superfine alpaca, 50% merino wool, and the colorway is black. And there are 3 donuts of this yarn. We have some Canadian alpaca and superwash. I'm loving this. I may commandeer these donuts. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. This is for you guys. This is for you guys. I have enough yarn. This is all for you. So yes, so share. Okay. All right, last but not least, actually, look at this. How nice of Donna was it for her to leave this fresh bag. Look at this. I'm going to put this fresh alpaca from Canada in the bag. How convenient. Now, I'm not going to close it all the way because it needs to breathe. We'll leave a little air right in there just for that alpaca so it can do the things. All right. So, last but not least in this wonderful box is this velvet touch yarn. Let me move this box. Look at all these skeins. And Donna squeezed the air out of the bag. Super, super nice. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? Yep, 10 skeins. I gotta feel it. Hold on. It says to touch it and to feel it. Ooh, this is nice. Yes, this is definitely very, very soft. This is Peter Pan yarn. Peter Pan, and let's see, 50 grams, and this is, it's got a colorway, but anyway, it's red. It's like a red pink. Very nice. Velvet touch. Touch it, feel it, love it. And this is machine washable, lay flat to dry. And this is 100% nylon polyamide. That explains why it's so soft. Dark salmon. Dark salmon. Love it. Anyway, this is going to be share yarn. 100% for sure. So Donna, thank you so much for donating yarn once again to the channel. She's donated yarn several times. Thank you so much. The viewers, members, subscribers, all of you guys, I mean, I know that you guys appreciate the yarn that she sends the channel. So I do want to say a huge happy 4th of July to each and every one of you guys. This is the holiday weekend for us here in the States. So if you're here in the United States, happy 4th of July weekend. Happy belated Canada Day to all my wonderful Canadian friends. They celebrated Canada Day on the 1st of July. It was the 1st of July, I believe. So happy Canada Day to all of you guys up there Thank you so much for being here with us during this 4th of July weekend. Love that for us. I need a sip of my fresh coffee. Okay, so it is the beginning of the month, right? I'm going to mention this again for those of you guys who've come in a little late. This is the live where you need to come back for the replay. So all the yarn for the month of June will be going up. I'm going to use this video to select the winners for June's yarn. So if you're interested in the share yarn, make sure to come back and tell us what you would make with that share yarn. Use the word share. The comment picker will be looking for that word. If you want the Misfit yarn to do Misfit projects and things, tell us what you would make. Tell us what you're going to do with the yarn. But use the word Misfit so the random comment picker knows that you're interested in that yarn. Okay? So that's the only way you're going to be able to get it. Also, all of my giveaways, I said this many, many times, this time is no different. To qualify for the win, you have to be publicly subscribed to the channel. So all you have to do is go to your settings and make sure that it is set to public and not private. So that way when I do my checks, I can see that you're subscribed to the channel, because all of my giveaways are subscriber appreciation giveaways. It's as simple as that, okay? So make sure to come back after the live is over, because the random comment picker will not be able to identify your comment within the live. It's only afterwards, okay? So be sure to come back if you're interested. Also, I have to mention this too, guys. It does not matter where you live. If you live in UK, if you live beyond the UK, if you live in Chile, if you live in Brazil, if you live in Canada, if you're publicly subscribed to my channel and the random comment picker chooses you, then you become eligible for the win. I'm not responsible for extra fees and things like that once it leaves me. So just know that. But you are eligible for the giveaway. You need to be publicly subscribed to my channel before the drawing, okay? So it does not matter. Just understand that the further away you live from me, the longer it will take to get to you, because I am doing it as cost efficient as possible. I will tell you, I did have a winner in South Africa, and she won one of my pattern books, like the actual book. It took forever for that book to get to her, but she finally wound up getting it. She did get it. It took forever, but she did get it. So just understand that, like, it may take a little longer to get to you, so be patient. If you live thousands and thousands of miles away and you win, please don't reach out 48 hours after the win and say, hey, where's my package? Just know it's going to take a while. As long as you're good with that, I'm good with sending it to you. Okay? So, So what state do I live in? I live in Delaware. I live in nowhere, Delaware, but just so that you guys know, I hail from Philadelphia, southeastern Pennsylvania, actually a suburb of Philadelphia. It's Montgomery County, but yeah, my accent is local. I'm not far away from my home place. So yes, and you were, there she is. Hi, Robin. And you know what, Robin, I do apologize how long it actually took, but you are on the other side of the globe. So I'm super happy that it finally made it. Listen, I think I could have walked it and gotten it to you a little faster. Just saying. But I'm very thankful that you got it. So, radiator. Oh, so good. So the Philly and Delaware connection, yes. Yes. And when I lived in Philadelphia, I lived in Southwest Center City. So it was still within the confines of Center City, but southwest of Center City. And I spent some time in Northeast Philadelphia. But for the vast majority of the time I lived in Pennsylvania, I lived in Montgomery County, which is a county just outside of Philadelphia. I believe it's northwest of Philadelphia. It's kind of where I'm from. So, yeah. That's why you hear the accent that you hear, like coffee and towel and all the things. So wait, say radiator again. Radiator, radiator, radiator. And we use spigot and faucet. You're way north, I am way south. Yes, 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 yes. Water. Yes, not water, it's water. That's how we say it here. It's water. Down the shore, the water. Yep. The Tacony Palmyra, the Walt Whitman, the Commodore Barry, the Walt Whitman, all the Betsy Ross, all the bridges connecting us to over there. That's how we say all the things here, right? So, yeah. Tammy thinks I don't have an accent. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. But no, I really do. I know that I do because our accent is very unique to our area. So if you're in Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, if you're in that tri-state area, we have a way that we say our words. It's not how everyone else says their words. There's a slight differentiation. But yeah, so good. Anyway, you know right away when I say coffee. It's just how I always say it. It's coffee. Anyway, guys, so how are all of you guys making out with your challenges? Hopefully you guys, some of you guys are participating. If you're not, it's fine. I completely understand. It is a holiday weekend. Try pronouncing names in Louisiana. Now, I took a trip down there to Baton Rouge, and some of the names down there are very difficult to understand, let alone pronounce, because I believe like they're kind of French Creole. I'm not sure. How do you say garlic? I say garlic. Yep. Just garlic. You're almost done with your bucket hat. That's so cool, Anita. Love that. You got 2 of them done. You might search for something unconventional. I tell you what, if you got an old t-shirt, cut it up, crochet with it, make something nice, you know. I'm going to do that with some of my bigger shirts that I no longer fit into. I'm going to give that a try and see what happens. I just don't know what size hook to use for, like, if I make 1-inch strips, like if I cut around like a spring kind of, like, and I make one continuous piece of t-shirt. I'm not sure what size hook to use, but I'll play with it and see what happens. Yeah, Donna used dental floss. She said that in the Zoom. I'm like, oh my goodness. She said that her hook was sticky and all the things. I will tell you, I don't know if this is considered unconventional or not, but I'm using hemp on my one here. I'll give you a sneak peek of what it is that I'm using. So this is hemp. Natural polished hemp. Number 20. There's 300 feet, 91.4 meters in here. And it smells like a barn. It smells like a farm. Oof. And this is kind of what I have so far. It's working up really nice. It's not very nice to the nose. So if you don't want to smell like a barn, like you've been playing with hay for hours, this is definitely not for you. But I will tell you that it is a little on the rough side. Yeah. But I only have one little, I only have one of these. So I'm not sure like how much I'm going to be able to make with this. But little sneak peek on my make. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, guys, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I've never crocheted with hemp before, you know? I did finish, I'm not going to show it to you because I'm going to save it for Tuesday. But look, I did my unconventional, I did my first one already. I used ribbon. So I did 3 bobbins, I don't know what you call these, 3 of these. So one of them is already done there. I did my headband, that's done. My bucket hat is done. So yeah, I only have the Holly Jolly motif and I don't know what to really do with that. a pattern that I did last year for Christmas in July, and it is July, Christmas in July, so not really sure what to do with it. I may make like a bag or something. I'm not sure. I don't want to commit to something if I don't have the time. You know what I mean? So good. Spools. Thank you, Kathy. You know how like when you have a lot of things going on in your brain, you're like, how do you say the things? Not really sure. Anyway, yes, please don't forget the thummies. I really do appreciate that, guys. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support, even during this holiday weekend. I know you guys literally can be everywhere else, but to hang out with me for a little while, I really do appreciate that. It really does help support the channel just by being here. So thank you guys so much. What is Matt wearing? So that is the bamboo bucket hat. I was supposed to hide that until tomorrow's podcast, but I accidentally left it out. This here is, see, Matt's head is a lot smaller than mine. I made this to fit my head, but my head doesn't look right in bucket hats. So yeah, it's a little loosey-goosey on Matt. Do you guys want to see me wear it again? I'll try it. Anyway, I give very, very much like Gilligan vibes when I wear this. Oh. So yeah, this is bamboo yarn. Yeah, this is like a bamboo acrylic blend. So it's, you know, I don't know how it's supposed to look. Anyway, so there it is. It's so simple, guys. It's literally double crochet with 2 rounds of singles. You know what I mean? Turn the back up like that. That looks ridiculous. Wait a minute. Does that really look bad? I don't know. Oh, turn the front up. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know, guys. Wait a minute. No, guys, it's not supposed to be. No, it's not supposed to look like that. I'm telling you guys, these hats, I'm not, this is not for me. I can't do the hat. You know what I mean? I can do beanies, but I can't. I try and try and try. The shape of my head doesn't allow me to have this, you know? I can't. Thank you guys for allowing me to put it back on Matt. At least, look. Let's just do that. Okay. Anyway, it's machine washable and dryable. I used a 6mm crochet hook. Anyway, yeah. You guys didn't want the man bun on Matt anymore. So I went ahead and did that very quickly just so he had something else to wear. You know, it's for the house, right? I will put something else back on the hook and pay closer attention to the actual styling and detail of it. So stay tuned. I'm going to make something else, you know? Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. She says I'm a good sport. I try, right? Do you think Loops and Thread Soft Classic is similar to Karen 1 Pound? Valerie, that is a very good question and one that I can answer. So I will tell you that Karen 1 Pound for me is in a league of its own for sentimental reasons. I will tell you that they are very similar in plump and thickness. However, to me, Loops and Thread Soft Classic is more similar to Premier Basics than it is to Karen 1 Pound. That's just my opinion. If you had Premier Basics and Loops and Thread Soft Classic side by side, you can literally feel very similar thickness. When it comes to Karen 1 Pound, I really feel like Karen 1 Pound is slightly on the thicker side. It gives more than Loops and Thread Soft Classic. And plus there's 812 yards per ball for the Karen 1 Pound. So you get more yardage, but in terms of the actual yarn itself, I would say a similar comparison would actually be Premier Basics. Okay? Hi, Angie. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So there is that. And if you guys are looking for, okay, so there's this whole running thing with me calling peaches and cream, plaster Paris and concrete and all the things. So the whole reason why I even call it that is because of how it feels on your skin pre-wash. Now, when you work with that yarn and you wash it and you put fabric softener to it, it is a really, really soft and nice cotton to wear. But if you're making this and you don't wash it and you put it right on your skin, it is rough. It's very rough to crochet with. I know a lot of you guys know this. I'm not preaching to the choir here. You guys know that peaches and cream and sugar and cream yarn is very rough on the hands, right? We know this. Hi, Mishi, welcome in. A very, very nice alternative to peaches and cream is the Premier Home Cotton. It's a blend. It's got the cotton and the polyester, and it's very, very soft in comparison to peaches and cream. So if you're looking for a cotton yarn, by all means, Premier Home Cotton is the definite way to go. Seriously. And it's nicer on your hands, and there's tons of colors to choose from, and it's on sale all the time. So just be sure to at least consider that as an option if you're looking for a make in cotton, right? The stripey is very nice to work with in peaches and cream. Yes, it is. And the other thing too is, like I said, if you're working with peaches and cream or sugar and cream, just know that the way that you're working with it is not the permanent way. So once you put it in that washer and you get the stiffening agents out of that yarn, it's going to be soft and it's going to be fine, right? So I do love this yarn right here. I'm holding it. And, it is a colorway of stripy yarn. So yeah, love this. So, so good. And I know the go-to yarn in summer is cotton. So it's all about the different types of cottons and things like that. But I will tell you, there's a lot of options nowadays. So just be mindful of the different kinds of options and, look at like what it is that you're looking to work it up in. So consider blends if you're not really interested in that hard, coarse cotton. So what is the blend of the puzzle cotton? Is that cotton and acrylic? Yes, it is a blend of cotton and acrylic. I think it's 55-45 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's a nice blend. It's very soft and squish. It is machine washable and dryable. And while there aren't many different colorways of puzzle cotton, the options that they do have are really nice options. And you can create many, many things with that yarn, like cardigans and tops and scarves and hats and blankets. The possibilities are endless with that yarn. It's super, super nice, So anyway, anybody have any questions about any of the things? I would absolutely love to answer any questions you guys have about yarn. You used it for last week's scarf. So nice. Absolutely. I shared this with the members earlier. I do want to let you guys know that I am putting out a pattern for this blanket. I showed it the other day. This here was my take on Queen Victoria's crocheted blankets. I'm just going to show it off again just because I really, really like this very basic design. I mean, it's timeless, but here it is. You have rows of striped granny and rows of double crochet. And then for the border, there's a 4-round border there, 2 rows of singles, and then you have the single chain to single, and then the modern granny. Super, super nice. And like I said, I'm doing a written pattern, and I'm also going to do a tutorial. So there it is. I love the way the light catches that. It's very, very, very basic, but the way that I'm going to do this, I'm going to give you the stitch multiple so you can make this in the size that you're looking for. You don't necessarily have to do it in the baby blanket size, even though the tutorial will be for a baby blanket. The written pattern will give you the multiple, okay? It's simple, it's classic, it's timeless, it's gorgeous, and I love the stitches. I love how it's all in one color. For this size, I used exactly 2 skeins of Loops and Thread Soft Classic in white. So 354 yards per skein. I used 706. I only had 2 yards of yarn left. 706 yards for this baby blanket. And I used a 6mm US letter J hook. So yeah, I pulled this from Queen Victoria. I will show you guys the image that I took the inspiration from and share that with you guys, but I didn't want to replicate her border. I just couldn't get with that. I think it was just a sign of the times from back in the 1800s. I'm not sure, but I wanted to do my take on that, and what I did was the modern granny. So let me see. The dimensions, I didn't really measure it, but I can. So I believe, let's see. So let me see. Let me lay this flat. So 33 inches square, 33 by 33. So that's what I have for this. So it's slightly smaller than the 36 by 36, and that's okay. It's a gift from my friend Robin. She's, I think, 4 weeks removed from her due date, so that's going to be for her newborn. She doesn't know if it's a boy or a girl. She has no idea. She doesn't want to know if it's a boy or girl. She wants to be surprised, which I find amazing and refreshing, because nowadays everyone knows, or they're able to find out like if their baby is going to be a boy or a girl ahead of time. She did not want to know. Her and her husband didn't want to know. So it's going to be a surprise when they give birth to the baby. So because I don't know the sex of the baby, I said, well, the only thing I can go with is white. I mean, you can't go wrong with white. So, so there is that. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's refreshing that they don't want to know, that they're waiting until they have the baby to find out. They do have names planned for whichever way it goes. And I do know that she went with Dylan if it's a girl, and Declan if it's a boy. So I think the names are beautiful. I think classy, timeless, and yeah, that's the name of the choices there, Declan or Dylan. And I told her, I said, you can't go wrong with those names. If you like those names, I love those names for you. Super excited. So, yeah. Yeah, Dylan and Declan. I think it's amazing. And so what I did was I crocheted this for a gift, but then also, remember, I made that other baby blanket with the lasso loops. That is also going to her and the baby. So I'm giving her 2 blankets. I'm also going to give her some diapers, like newborn diapers, and I'm trying to think what else. I wanted to do like, I don't know, like shampoos and, you know, like that gift basket with all the things in it, the bits and bobs. I love those things where you can just get all the different things and put it in there. So I'm going to do that for her and just hand her an entire box of like all the things. So yeah, because I missed the baby shower. I couldn't go. It was storming. It was all the things, and my eye was just ridiculously red, and I did not want to show up like that. So yeah. Yeah, super, super nice. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up this live. Remember, this is the live where you have to come back and leave a comment. Tell us what you're going to do with the yarns if you're interested in the share yarn or the Misfit yarn. Okay, and tomorrow, 24 hours from now, well, tomorrow's the 4th. Let me not do that. Let me wait until Sunday. I'm going to let it ride until Sunday, and then Sunday night, I will actually do a short little video, and I will pull the names for the share yarns and for the Misfit yarns. Okay, so I'm giving everybody some time because it is a holiday weekend. Okay, so how do you see if you're publicly subscribed? Go to your settings and you'll be able to see subscriptions. Go to subscriptions and look and see that it says public, and then you're good. Okay? So once again, thank you so much, Donna, for donating yarn to the channel. Thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate you guys supporting me by being here. I really do appreciate that. So that is all I have for now. You guys have a wonderful holiday weekend, and I shall see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Have a good one.